Hey guys, my name's Scott. Welcome to today's workout. Today we're going to be doing a kettlebell workout, focusing on the upper body and the core. I will be using a kettlebell throughout this workout. I understand that not everyone's going to have that equipment at home, and if you don't, feel free to compensate with tins of soup or a bag of sugar, a bag of flour, or anything that you can hold in your hand that has a little bit of weight to it. It doesn't have to be particularly heavy at all. Okay, so before we get started, we're just going to do a nice warm-up. Just get the blood pumping. Okay, we'll start just by bringing our arms down in big circles, loosen up those shoulder joints. Keep those arms nice and straight. Keep that chest pushed forward. Make those circles nice and big. Really stretch out those arms. And we're going to go in the opposite direction this time. Again, nice big circles. Keeping the arms nice and straight. Fingers pointed outwards. Okay, just bringing the shoulder, hand by the side, sorry. We're going to bring our shoulders up towards the ears, our shoulder blades back, and go in a reverse circular motion. Make those circles nice and big. And I'm going to go in the opposite direction this time. Really loosen up those joints. Okay, we're going to bring our arms to our sides. We're going to bring them across, give ourselves a big hug, and then bring them back, and then change your arms so your right arm is above your left, and switch each time you come across. Nice big stretch. Nice and controlled. Loosen up those joints, get that blood pumping, stretching out that chest and the back area. One more on each side. Okay, so we're in a standing position. Feet flat on the floor. We're just going to reach over the head to one side and bend at the hips. Same on the opposite side. Should get a nice pull on your side as you're coming on. Let's go for one more on each side. Last one. Excellent. This time we're going to do a squat move. We're going to keep our feet nice and flat on the floor. Chest push forward, nice straight back. Come down, touch the floor, and then up onto your toes. Reach as high as you can. Down, touch the floor, up and reach. Remember to go onto the balls of your toe as you go up, as high as you can. Let's go for 3 more of those. Let's go for one more. Okay, this time standing position again, hands on the hips. We're just going to bring them round in a nice circular motion. We will be working some of the core today, so it's important to loosen up those hips, loosen up the whole body. Big circles. And switch direction. Okay, in a standing position again, we're going to do a standing march, bringing those knees nice and high up. If you have any steps around you or anything that you can stand on, feel free to do step-ups instead, or just to go up and down the stairs a couple of times. Nice and slow and controlled. Make sure those knees are coming up nice and high. Get those arms involved as well. Bring your opposite arm up towards the leg. Let's keep that going. Just want to get us nice and warm. Make sure you're doing this in a nice ventilated area, or if you're outside, even better. Make sure you've got plenty of space around you as well. Okay, we'll stop in 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, should be nice and warm now. If you're not, take a couple of minutes just to do some more step-ups, do some jumping jacks, just get yourself moving around. Okay, we're going to go into the main workout now, which is going to be a kettlebell workout. Again, If you're wanting to use anything else around the house, tin of soup, tin of beans, sugar, flour, anything like that that you can hold in your hands, it's going to be a little bit of weight. If you don't have a kettlebell, feel free to do so. If you can't find anything and you're a complete beginner, feel free to do it with no weight at all. Just do the same kind of movements. Okay, so the first two movements we're going to be doing are halos and around the world. Follow along with me as I do these and I'll keep you right. Okay, so if you've got a kettlebell or any weight, hold it around eye level. Keep your feet nice and flat on the floor. We're going to start with our halos, keeping the head nice and straight, chest push forward. We're going to rotate the kettlebell around the head so it comes to the front again, and then change direction. Let's keep that going. Nice and controlled. The movement's all in the arms, keep the body as still as you can. Make sure you've got plenty of room above the head, no light fixtures or anything like that you're going to bash into. Let's keep that going. Nice and controlled. Okay, we're going to change into around the world in 3, 2, 1. This time, still in the standing position. Shoulders nice and up, strong. Bringing the kettlebell around the body. We're not swinging the kettlebell, we're just moving it nice and controlled. Pick a direction and stick with that. Nice and controlled. Nice big circles around the body. Try to avoid touching any part of the body with the kettlebell, half your hands. When I say we're going to switch directions, we'll do that in 3, 2, 1, and switch direction. Nice and controlled movement. Keep your core nice and squeezed as you're doing this. We're going to go back into the halos in 3, 2, 1. Back in front of the eyes, around the head. Remember, it's not a race, it's just about keeping that movement nice and controlled and slow. Keep your breathing regular as well. Okay, we're going to go back into around the world in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Remember, pick a direction and stick with that. We will change halfway through. Nice controlled circles around the body. Squeeze that core as you're moving around. Keep those shoulders up nice and high as well. Nice controlled circles. Remember, we're not swinging it, we're just moving it around the body. We're going to change direction in 3, 2, 1, and switch direction. Keep it nice and controlled. Keep your breathing going as well. Shortly we're going to go back into the halo again for our last round on these movements. Okay, we're going to go back into the halo in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Remember to change direction each time you come to the front of the face. Keep that movement going. Okay, we're going to go back into our last around the world in 3, 2, 1, and back down again. Pick a direction and stick with it for now. Make it a little bit harder, slow the movement down. Keep those shoulders up nice and high. Okay, we're going to switch direction in 3, 2, 1. Let's switch direction. It's our last one before we go into our new movements. Keep it going. Okay, we're going to stop in 3, 2, 1, and rest. If you've got water around, grab some water, get hydrated before we go into our next movements. Okay guys, so our next movement, we're going to be working more of the back and the biceps. The first movement we're going to be doing is a single arm row. So pick a hand you want to start with. I'll start with my right. If you have a bench or a sofa or anything you can lean onto, feel free to lean onto it. If not, bring your opposite leg from front of you to the arm, lean forward into the knee, balance, and then we're going to raise the weight so your elbow comes behind the back. Squeeze the back as you're coming up. Let's go. It's all about bringing that elbow up behind you. Squeeze that back at the top. Okay, let's switch arms now. Keep those elbows nice and close to the body. We don't want them flaring out too much. We'll squeeze the back at the top. Let's go for one more. Okay, in a standing position. Grab the weight, we're going to do a bicep curl. Soft bend in the knees, keep that chest pushed forward. Raise the hand, keeping the elbow close to the body, up towards your chest. We're going to go for 5 on each arm. Remember, if you don't have the weight, use a tin of beans or soup or anything like that. Let's switch arms. Okay, let's go back into that single arm row. Remember, the opposite leg to opposite arm in front, lean forward, bring that elbow up. Again, if you've got something you can rest your hand on instead, you can do so. Let's keep it going. Last one. Okay, let's switch arms. Again, opposite leg in front to the arm. Up we go. Elbow nice and high. Squeeze that back as you get to the top. Last one. Okay, we're going back to the bicep curls. This time we're going to go for 6 on each arm. Nice and controlled. Keep those elbows close to the body. Last one. Well done, switch arm. Try and keep that back straight, we don't want to be leaning back at all. Last one. Well done, we'll go back to our last single arm rows. Again, opposite leg to opposite arm, leaning forward, keep that back nice and straight. Bring those elbows back. Squeeze the back at the top. Last one. Well done, let's switch arms. Elbows up nice and high. Keep the arm nice and close to the body. Two more reps. Last one. Okay, we're going to finish with our bicep curls. This time we're going to go for 7 reps. Bring the hand down nice and low, get as much range of motion as we can. Last one. Well done, and switch arms. Last rep. Well done. Just have a quick breather. Again, grab some water before we go into the next move. Okay, so the next move we're going to be doing is working more of the shoulders. So we're going to do a front raise and then we're going to go into a shoulder press. We'll start off with the front raise. We're using both hands for this. Again, with the kettlebell, grab it with the handles or however you want to hold it. Or if you've got your sugar or flour, use that as well. Okay, keep that chest push forward, back nice and straight. We're just going to lift our arms, a slight bend in the elbows, up towards your eye level. Okay, let's keep that going. We're going to go for 8 reps. Remember to breathe out as you're coming up. Breathe in as you're going down. 1 more rep. Okay, then we're going to go to our shoulder press. Make sure you've got a nice comfortable hold on the kettlebell. Bring it to shoulder height. Feel free to use your knees and bend with this to help. Bend the knees and push up. Pushing your fist up towards the ceiling. Last one. Okay, let's switch arms. Let's go for 6 reps on this side. Okay, well done. Let's go back to our front raise. Chest pushed out, arms up towards eye level. One more. Well done, let's go for the shoulder press. Push up nice and strong. One more. And switch arms. Last one. Well done. And we're going to go into our last set on this one. Again, starting with the front raise. Here we go. Shoulders be burning a little bit now. Off we go. Last one. There we go, nice burn in those shoulders. Straight into the press. Use your knees to help with this. Nice bend and push. Last one. And switch arms. Let's keep that movement going. Two more. Well done. Shoulders should be nice and warm now. Grab some water, get your breath back before we go on to the next movement. Again, if you do have space around you, feel free to walk around a little bit. Just catch your breath if you're struggling a little bit. going to grab another kettlebell for this. Okay, so we are going to be using a bit of a lighter weight on this one. But again, feel free to adapt it to whatever suits you. So the first movement, we're going to do some trunk rotations. So, if your kettlebell or weight in front of you, hold it in front. We're going to bring to the side, and to the front, and to the other side. Keeping those hips facing forward, rotating at the trunk. Let's go for one more. Well done. Now we're going to go onto the floor with some skull crushers. Bring the weight above your chest, keeping your feet nice and flat on the floor, back nice and straight. Bring the weight down towards the forehead, keeping the elbows nice and just pointed towards the ceiling and still, and up again. Avoid touching the face with the weight. Let's go for two more. Okay, back onto your feet for our trunk rotations. Weight out in front, soft bend in the elbows, come to the side, hips facing forward, rotate at the trunk. Let's go for one more. Okay, I'm down for the skull crushers again. Above the chest area, bring that weight down towards the forehead and up with the arms. Keeping those elbows pointing towards the ceiling. Two more reps. Keep it nice and controlled. Last one. Well done. Let's go back for the trunk rotations. Last round of this. Keep it nice and controlled. Let's go for one more. Nice burn in those shoulders. And let's go for our last skull crushers. Get yourself nice and comfortable first. And down towards the forehead. 8 reps to finish off. Last one. Well done. Grab yourself a breather. Again, if you have space, have a nice little walk around, just to get your heart rate down slightly before we go into the last round. Again, grab some water as well if you can. For our last movement, we're going to be working the core to finish off with. 2 movements again. We're going to be doing our Russian twists and we're doing our seated figure of 8s, which I'll go through for you again. Okay, so let's start with the Russian twists. Grab your kettlebell, put it in a position you can grab it. And down to the floor, nice and comfortable. You want your back nice and straight, you want your heels touching the floor. With your kettlebell, bring it close to your chest, elbows nice and tight to the body. And we're just going to keep our eyes on the kettlebell and we're going to bring it to either side of us. Off we go. Let's bring it across the torso as we come up and down, keeping those eyes on it. If you want to make it a bit more difficult, bring the arms out a little bit and bring the kettlebell down to the ground. Okay, let's go into our seated figure of 8 in the same position. We're going to pass the kettlebell between each leg. Try and keep that back as straight as possible. Alternate between legs. Okay, let's go back into our Russian twists. If you find these difficult, feel free, if you've got a sofa you can put your feet under to counterbalance the weight. It will help the movement. Okay, let's go back to our figure of 8 again. Remember, alternate between the legs. Okay, back to our Russian twist. Last round before we finish, let's keep it going. Okay, we'll finish off with our figure of 8. Nearly there. Last one. Well done. Let's finish up there then. With a nice cool down. Grab some water first before we do this and grab a breather as we'll finish up. Okay, let's make sure we've got some nice space. We're going to stretch our quads to start off with. Feel free to do this in a standing position, or if you need to help with your balance, just grab something nearby, a wall or a door. I'm going to pull that heel towards our buttocks, push those hips forward, keep those knees nice and close together. Let's keep that held. Okay, let's switch legs. Again, keep those hips pushed forward, knees nice and close together. You should feel a pull on your quads in the front. Okay, back into a standing position. Legs out nice and far apart. We're just going to keep our back nice and straight, and we're going to bend towards the ground. Come down nice and low. It's all about keeping that back nice and straight. So you feel a nice pull on the back of your legs and the hamstrings. Let's keep that held. Again, important to keep that back straight. Okay, back up. Let's bring our feet a bit closer together, about shoulder width apart. We're going to do the same again, keeping that back nice and straight. Okay, back into the standing position. We've done a lot of shoulder work today, so we're just going to bring our arm across our chest, pulling that arm towards us, facing the opposite direction. Should get a nice pull on your shoulder there. Okay, let's switch arms. And relax. Thanks very much for joining the workout today, guys. Look out for some more classes coming soon.